Welcome to the Cinema Council Party. Thanks for joining us.
Did you guys miss us?
I didn't know what you were doing for a second. Was that the actual intro?
Yeah, we're just going to leave that as the intro. We're not going to use our well-produced intro. I didn't even make that, so it doesn't even matter. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Spit Bucket. My name's Omar. I am the current owner of a one-star island.
Boo.
1 star. Pick it up, dude.
I'm not doing too good right now.
Your head up, King.
Joining me at the table, we're trying something a little new, but with me in person, we have the isolation queen. It's Jam Ginto, everybody.
Depression is chronic. This ass is iconic. Am I right, boys?
Facts. That is the most facts you've ever spit.
Close out your Animal Crossing. We're doing something.
I am trying to catch a fucking oarfish to pay my debt to Mr. Nookie. All right?
I thought you were talking to me, and I was like, how the fuck you know I'm still playing?
Man, see, I was literally gonna play while we were doing this, and I was like, nah, they're gonna give me shit, but it seems that I'm the only one not playing.
No one should be playing right now.
All
we're doing
right.
something.
No,
All right, give me a second.
I'm gonna go grab my Switch.
No,
right
stop.
I'll put it down.
I'm gonna play a game on crazyfungames.com.
Oh my god. As you guys can hear, we are in our own isolation stations. Coming to us from his is Mario.
Hello. Glad to be here.
you didn't
I was
have
about
to go that
kill
far,
myself if it wasn't for this.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Also, coming to us from his isolation station. I'm going to just give your address out, okay?
Give it out and then bleep the whole thing.
Hey, Eric.
Y'all ever put Parmesan in a bag
For what?
if you need it?
No. I keep it in the can that it comes in.
Well, have you ever thrown that can in a bag if you needed it?
My teacher used to put Parmesan cheese on a bag of popcorn. It's pretty dope.
People do that, and I'm scared of
My
those
sister's
people.
put tahini on popcorn.
She put Tajin on that?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Tajin.
that's weird.
Tajin.
Yeah, tagine. But so hopefully this doesn't sound that bad for you guys. We have our own mics that we're using, and we're doing this through Zoom. So hopefully it won't be cutting out anytime soon. We're isolated in Illinois for another month. We didn't want to go that long without another Spit Bucket episode. Hopefully this turns out well, and we'll keep you entertained for a little bit longer.
Also, your boy lost his job, so he has time to edit.
I do have a lot of time to edit now.
Wait, you lost your
what?
job?
Yeah, I was waiting for the Spit Bucket to announce that. Yes, in fact, I have been furloughed.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It sucks, but it's whatever. I got the Spit Bucket to...
Come hang out with me.
I should.
Dude, who's still playing? I'm about to go grab my Switch.
No one's playing.
Yeah, I put
You
mine
guys
away.
like this song right here?
It's just like cracking everywhere.
Hey, Mario, start playing some of your porn.
No.
I will. Yo, KK got bangers, bro.
I swear to
Fuck
God.
with me.
All right. Well, before we jump into the regular Spit Bucket stuff, what have you guys been doing for the past 2 months?
How raw is your meat?
Yeah.
You want me to go first or Eric?
Go ahead, Mario. It's probably more interesting on your end.
Stephanie been working from my house because she doesn't have a computer at home, so it's not very raw 'cause she's been working.
And she's like actually working though. It's not like she's
She's
ignoring work like
actually
I was the past. You know what? That's probably why I got furloughed, because they could see that I didn't even log in for the past month.
So what you're saying is it's your own fault you got fired.
It's my own damn fault.
Damn,
I mean, you're not
exposed.
technically fired, though.
I'm fired for the next month, but who's counting?
Yeah. Also, I've been depressed as all living fuck, so my sex drive is like really low, and it makes me even more depressed that it's
Damn.
low.
Let me.
So I'm spiraling out of control, and I want to fucking shoot myself in the fuck.
Well, you have us now, so no need
Thank
to do
you.
that.
My sweet, sweet boy. We're always here for you.
Thank you. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna start crying.
Let me give Stephanie a call and tell her to.
To milk you every once in a while, even if you don't want to.
She busy at work. Leave her alone, guys.
She got 2 hands.
You're right.
What have you been up to, Eric, in these times? You know, I'm tired of hearing the words unprecedented times, but what have you been doing in these unprecedented times?
I've been staying in my room like all day, not doing anything.
Well, you were
Get
building
up.
furniture, weren't you?
Was I?
Didn't
He
you?
said he was gonna give up the day right after. we talked on Zoom like 2-3 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
he was building furniture, and then he was like, "To be honest, I'm probably gonna give up after this, and I won't do this again."
How did that work out?
What the hell?
Or did I imagine that?
No, because
I
I
don't-
remember you saying something about building furniture.
I was building furniture?
Yeah.
What the hell was I doing? I don't think I was. I think I might have just said that just to say it.
What? That's
No,
a weird thing to
That's
say.
a classic Eric
This
move.
was
Wait,
before
wait,
quarantine.
wait.
Because he went to IKEA with Alan, I think, and then he didn't have the appropriate tools, so he had to go to the pickle bucket.
Yeah. Your dad's pickle bucket?
Oh, no. I remember saying that I told Alan that I didn't know if like we had my dad had the tools, like a hammer, and he said, yeah, he should. So I didn't think to buy any, and then I came home and we didn't. So at like 11 o'clock at night, I was putting my collect shelf together with a brick.
Caveman style.
Hell yeah. And then Alan got fucking pissed at me because I don't know why the hell he got pissed. I took his word that my dad was going to have one, but he didn't end up having one.
That's
Didn't
funny.
Alan take the bucket of tools?
I think he had the bug. No, I remember he took my weights. I don't know if you were in that conversation. He
Also,
said
remember
that,
the case
no.
of the missing laptop?
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff I've been. That's not the point.
All
My
for
point
fun,
is,
though.
my point is, Alan had the hammer when he said that my dad had it. So when I didn't buy the tools, I didn't have one. So when I was halfway done with my shelf, it was closer to midnight. The only option I had was to hammer it with a rock.
Damn. And Alan isn't even here to defend himself. Because he was technically right about the laptop situation, too. Which I'll quickly explain for everyone who doesn't know what's going on. So Eric had a laptop that he gave to Alan. Alan gave it back months ago. And then Eric was convinced that he still had it. But
It was in my house, but the point is I remember too. I downloaded Norton Security on my laptop, and then Alan's like, "I need a laptop." I was like, "Okay, here, you can have mine," because I'm not using it anyway. So I brought it back to him. I left it here for him, and then I asked him. I was like, "Yo, where's the laptop at?" He's like, "You never gave it to me," and I was like, "Yes, I did, because I paid $116 for Norton Security, and then I gave you the laptop." I was like, I know I gave it to you, but then I found it in my living room. So yes, he was right. He didn't have it, but I remember bringing it back to give it to him. My point is, I gave it to him, and he was like, "No, you didn't give it to me." I was like, "Yes, I did. That's why I didn't have it in Macomb, because you took it from me." Well, I gave it to you. That was something that happened.
I think the thing we're all leaving out is that we've been playing nonstop Animal Crossing.
I think what we're leaving out is that I've been trying to find a fucking hamster. I bought a fucking cage. It's on its way, and I have no hamster to house.
Yeah.
How do you buy the cage before the hamster?
Well,
You
She
gotta
counted her
be prepared.
chickens before she ate them.
That's not the saying.
the point is that I need something to nurture, and Mabel's not cutting it anymore.
Yeah.
And Omar won't let me
Yikes.
moisturize his ears.
No, it's from
You can
yours.
nurture me. All I need is curry and water, and I'm pretty happy.
Hell
A
yeah.
cup of water.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I brought your
Wait.
water.
Thank you. Let me take a sip.
So I'm still confused then, because I remember when you were talking about buying a hamster, I thought in my head that you only had some fish or some frogs or something
I got
But
2
now-
frogs. I have Mabel.
and a dog, and now you're telling me you want to get a hamster because now your dog that you love so much you're just gonna abandon.
No, she just does too much.
Yeah.
Never
she
said
cried.
abandon. Don't put words in her
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah, I didn't say
Hey,
that. Okay.
look, my point is, well, hey, you said you're done. You said you were done nurturing her, so
I
that's
didn't.
basically
I said I
abandoning
need
her.
something else to nurture because Mabel ain't cutting it anymore.
Jem has too much love to give.
I know, and Omar's not taking any of it. Can
Well,
you believe
Omar,
it?
you should stop being stingy.
Well, it's
She
because
got a big heart.
I have an island I have to take care of, so I can't be getting nurtured at the same time.
Why
You-
not both?
really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna explain my personal life to you right now.
Oh.
Well, with that, what we normally do on the Spit Bucket.
Maybe I just need my friends back too.
I'm
Bro,
coming over. Fuck the Zoom, dude.
Yeah, dude. Tell Steph to come over and we can have a 3-way cuddle.
yeah, there's gonna be
Yes.
lots of milking happening.
And Omar can sit on the couch and nurture his island. Fucking fuck
Yeah,
ass.
Omar, you can watch Stephanie milk me on your bed
Hell yeah.
All
while
right.
I get lotion on my big ass ears or whatever Jam said she wanted to do.
You see, I
She
like.
said
Go get you a
she
glass
said
of
that
water.
She said she wanted to stop taking care of Mabel. That's what she said.
Yeah, that's
what
exactly
Eric's
what I
getting
said.
from the whole thing. All right.
Eric, do you want Mabel?
No, that's not my dog. I still haven't gotten over my dog, so I'm not ready to get a dog of my own again.
You want some frogs?
Oh, you gave me oh no, you gave me turtles. He asked if I wanted turtles. I was like, oh, let me see them. And he had them in a jar on his counter in the kitchen.
Nuh-uh.
I remember too. You're like, yeah, you want some turtles? I just have them in a jar in the kitchen. I was like, why? Are you going to cook them? And he's like, no, I just don't want them anymore.
I don't recall that. Let's not talk about that anymore.
You're 3-0 on animal abuse.
Hey, those were my turtles, and I have never not once put them bitches in a jar, all right? They were in a smaller tank.
So that cancels out, once. So you did.
Yeah.
The only animal I abuse is my penis.
Is it shrimp? There you go.
Ooh.
I like that he said, there you go.
I feel your pain, Mario. He's talking about it. He's talking
Mario,
about it.
he said you got a shrimp dick, boy. I can't believe
shrimp.
It smells like Maruchan, too, not just shrimp.
But the chicken flavor one?
with a little Valentina.
Oh, hell no. Omar, I made those frozen noodles I bought at Mitsuya, and I almost burned my house down.
Oh yeah, we took Erik to Mitsuya for the first time, which, for those who don't know, it's like the closest like Japanese market that we have in the area. And that was his first time going, and we just had to take him during the pandemic. How'd you almost burn your house down?
I didn't get that invite.
It was the last minute, I'm sorry. We were also searching for hamsters.
Because the thing says you had to put a certain amount of oil in the pan, and then you had to put the noodles and then water. I added the water to the pan like it said, and the oil started like shooting everywhere. And I was like, oh, this must be how people burn their house down when they try to like dump water on oven fires.
Well, but you're not supposed to let the oil heat up that much before you throw the water in.
No, it literally says heat up oil in a pan and then add the noodles and water.
But that's all part of step one.
No, it literally was step one was warm up oil in the pan.
Okay,
step two was add noodles and water.
Not boil.
Not start.
I didn't boil it. I warmed it up. Like I literally had it in the pan for like a minute, and as soon as I threw the water in. But on what
setting?
I don't have settings. It's a knob.
So did you have it on warm or hot?
I don't have those options on the knob.
Okay, do you have a gas or electric stove?
There's flames.
Okay, so did you have it on 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I don't have those options.
Okay, so I think the issue is...
Erik, come over. I'll show you how to make them.
You got to put the noodles in first and let that absorb some of the oil before you put in the water.
See, Mario, you're thinking like my dearest mother. That's what she said. Because she literally was like, oh, next time you do that. Well, because also, to be completely honest, I didn't let the noodles thaw out. So they were frozen in the pan.
Oh my god!
But anyway, so she's like, next time she's like, thaw the noodles out, put them in, let them sit for a second, and then pour the water on top of the noodles. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like, exactly how I do.
I was like, well, next time I decide to make that, I'll do that. Also, I made those really, really spicy noodles, and I think I made them wrong, but it was still really good.
Well, at least you liked them. Then that was cooking lessons with Erik. Don't burn your house down. Especially during these unprecedented times. All right, well, anyway, what we normally do on the Spit Bucket is we talk about some funny news stories. So let's forget this pandemic and let's go to Florida.
Well, we can't forget about it if you keep bringing up unprecedented times.
Jam, in these unprecedented times, you don't talk to me like that. All right. So let's take a vacation to Florida.
However you want, Jam.
I swear to fucking God, dude. You don't know how... Oh, man, I'm about to jaw this boy. Every day that I fucking wake up, my first thought is, I love him so much, but I'm about to jaw his ass.
Omar, how come it only seems that you abuse Jam when you're around other people?
Because that's when I'm brave.
Is it, though?
You can't hurt me when you guys are around. Let's go to Florida, fellas.
His alpha.
Yeah, you see how Mario talks to his girlfriend and his mom?
Damn.
You think I'm going to simp it up in front of him? No. I'm going to get called out. Anyway, let's go to Florida where there is no problems. This is from before these unprecedented times. So, a Florida hospital employee is arrested for sucking an elderly patient's toes. This seems to be happening a lot in Florida.
Isn't that like the second or third Florida story that involves toes?
It is.
The other two have been
there was one where the person broke in and then like demanded to touch the person's toes.
Yes.
It is what it is. This happened in Lee County, Florida. A 23-year-old man who works as a sitter for a Florida hospital is facing charges after getting caught sucking on sleeping patients' toes. This is why you have to put your blanket over your feet no matter how hot it is, because these are the kind of monsters that will get you.
Over your feet and under your heels so they're tucked.
Hell yeah, that's how I sleep. Who do we know that like sleeps with their like head or their feet dangling off of the bed?
Hey, not gonna lie. Sometimes that shit be hitting.
That sounds like something I do, but I don't think it's me that you're
If it's hot, you stick one leg out and you dangle it. Ooh, you nice and breezy, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does it count if I sometimes sleep without a blanket at all?
Yeah,
That just means you're a psychopath.
I don't care how
What the
fucking
fuck?
hot it is. You always sleep
Yeah.
with a blanket.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Eric is like neutral chaotic.
Truly, truly.
I agree.
I don't even know his name. His name is France? How do you say that? It's the beginning of France, but with a Z and a T. France.
Okay.
All right, it doesn't matter. This guy's a monster. He was arrested early on Tuesday. I could tell you it wasn't last Tuesday because this story's old as fuck. So he was arrested on a Tuesday for battery of a 65-year-old person. The victim, who is part of the Gulf Coast Hospital in Fort Myers, told sheriffs that he woke up around 11 p.m. on Monday and felt something touching their toes. According to the records, the victim initially thought that it was the nurse checking up on him, but it happened 2 more times. The victim told deputies that they felt something wet between their toes during the third incident. When they looked over, the victim said that they saw this guy on his knees next to the bed and bent over their foot. That's pretty creepy.
Ew, I don't like the way that sounds.
What Jam said is you check on babies by like patting the bottom of their
You
foot.
tap, tap, tap that foot, boy.
Is that what he was trying to do with them? Making sure that they were just still like, alive and kicking?
But with his tongue.
But with his tongue? I'm just trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt in these
Is
unprecedented times.
It though? I don't think that's it though. I don't think that's how you do that.
The victim said that they ripped their foot away from the guy. He went back to his chair where he was previously sitting
Ugh.
and then just watched the patient throughout the night.
Oh, no.
Wait, so this guy's job is literally to sit and watch you sleep?
Wait,
That's
maybe I wasn't paying
So-
attention, but is there a condition that this person is in?
It's at a like retirement hospital. So
So he's just old.
So
He's just
this
old.
man is basically being paid to be a sleep paralysis demon.
Can you guys hear me popping my toes?
Did you guys hear that? The
Ow.
podcast heard that.
That was my elbow.
If you guys were getting paid to be a sleep paralysis demon, how many days into the job would you start doing the stanky leg?
I wouldn't be doing the stanky leg, but I think I'd for sure be trying a dance move just because I'm so fucking bad at dancing.
So am I. I can't dance for shit.
I can't either.
I used to be able to. I used to be confident in dancing, and then I don't know what happened.
I did one quinceañera where I had to dance, and after that I realized it's not for me. So the hospital security called the sheriff's officer to report what the victim said happened with that nurse. The guy was then arrested and taken to Lee County Jail without incident. As of this article, he remains in jail,
Wow.
where monsters belong.
That is dumbass.
I want to just go through the records of Florida specifically and find out how many people have been arrested for sucking toes, because it seems to keep happening there.
They're not learning their lesson, man.
Hey, let them be. It ain't. It's just their life.
It is what it is.
I mean, sure, but you should kind of ask for consent.
Yeah, as long as it's consensual, who cares? But clearly these monsters are not asking for consent.
The funny thing is that he just wanted to go back to his seat and just like pretend that didn't happen. What's the creepiest thing you guys have done with someone sleeping in your room? Or I guess just sleeping around you?
Oh,
Creepy?
yeah.
I don't think I've ever done anything.
Or
creepy.
is there anything that you guys have just, like, you're doing some dumb shit and you just tried to you got caught low key, but you just tried to casually play it off? Like, nah, I was just, scratching
Nothing
my
like that.
ass.
But there was this one time I was having a sleepover, and it was like 4 a.m. So we were playing like PlayStation, and those remotes like vibrate, and it was. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Did you put it on your little pussy?
No, I did it. My friend put it on my friend's butt while it was vibrating, and he didn't wake up. But when he turned around, he had a big old boner.
Huh.
It wasn't a big old boner, but it was like,
A boner.
yeah,
Damn, y'all sussed them out.
yeah. We were like, oh, we'll just never talk about this again.
Wait, does he know that happened?
Yeah, we brought it up to him.
And what did he say?
He said that, well, he was saying, like, that doesn't mean I'm gay or whatever. This was when people were shitty and using gay as, like an insult.
Yeah.
And so we were teasing him about it. He was like, no, I bet you guys didn't do that. And doesn't that make you guys gay for doing that? And we thought about it and we were like, damn.
He's right.
Maybe we are.
You're right. He's fucking right.
Damn, dude.
He said it Eez What It Eez.
Stop. I don't want to hear that anymore for the rest of this.
Jam has woken up to worse.
Oh, are we going to talk about that?
We can talk about that if you want.
All right. So, was this a week?
Nelly, please close your ears to this one.
Yeah, if you know me, like, for real, in my personal life, and you know my family, too, don't listen to this.
This section isn't for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and skip to about 3 minutes from now.
And if you do know me or my family, don't tell them about this podcast. So, I'm over here sleeping, minding my own fucking business. And boy, do I wake up to a surprise. I wake up to this man. It had to have been maybe what?
2, 3 in the morning?
2, 3 in the morning, the witching hour, if you will. And this man...
I was possessed.
So I sleep on my stomach and I woke up to a tugging,
Sure.
like towards the back of my pants. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. So I just like untied the front of it.
See, this isn't my fault at all.
So I'm like, all right, just do whatever you're going to do. I'm still going to go to sleep. My pants come all the way down to my ankles. And next thing you know, I just feel mouth to ass connection. This boy was munching, dude.
The thing was, I was asleep the whole time. I woke up to doing that. So what I'm saying is we shouldn't have sleepovers.
So what's scarier? You waking up to find out that you're eating an ass or waking up to your ass being eaten? Who do you think had the worst situation here? Luckily, I was showered. I was clean.
Yeah, but I was asleep, so it didn't even matter to me, I guess.
Yeah, he had sleep breath. So.
Yeah, what's worse?
I don't know. Both of those are hot. I got a boner now.
Oh my god.
So you know what? Sometimes you just wake up to your toes being sucked, and
Sometimes you wake up to your ass being eaten.
yeah.
Would you rather be getting your ass eaten or your toes sucked?
I don't know
Honestly?
actually,
I think ass eaten.
but you're at a hospital though.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it has to happen at a hospital.
All right, then my toes.
So some people.
But
get
what if
away
it's
lucky.
Omar doing it at the hospital?
That'd be some shit.
Why are you at the hospital though?
I don't know. You ate
She
too much
finally
of
got
my ass.
that.
That shit was raw.
All right. Let's switch the topic, please.
Case is,
Don't go to sleep with Omar.
yeah. It turns out I'm a predator.
Now I want to.
Oh god.
We can't be having sleepovers. At least I'm like a werewolf.
If we're gonna have a sleepover, then Omar has to sleep on the floor in the next room. Even if there's an open bed in the next room, he has to sleep on the floor.
We're gonna take our couples Japan trip, and then I'm gonna be getting my ass eaten, and be like, "Oh, Stephanie, what a surprise!" And it's gonna be Omar.
You're gonna turn. I'm gonna be like that baby who's covered with chocolate on his.
And then me and Steph are just gonna be holding each other, shivering in the corner.
Okay, what do you do with that? We take that couple's trip to Japan, and then I think I'm doing it to you. Turns out I'm doing it to Mario. Mario
hold
thinks
on.
it's Stephanie.
Hold on.
You two wake up, we don't.
I'd have a lot of questions if you thought that you were eating. If you mistook my ass for Mario, then I'd put a lot of aspects of our relationship into question.
He's sleeping. He don't know.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Steph would be into it too, so we'd just be chilling.
Wait, okay, so let's say me and Mario are both asleep during this whole act, and then we go back to sleep for realsies, and you guys saw. Would you guys tell us the next day, or would you guys like let that just live in your imagination?
I don't know. I feel like Steph would have to be here for this, because I would want it to stay a secret between us, but I also want it to blackmail both of you.
What do you
I
think
think
Steph would do?
Stephanie would tell me. Stephanie would tell me, I think.
All right, well, if this happens, just don't tell me. Let me think that I was eating your ass.
Let me know so I have dominance over Omar.
Wait, who's the dominant one in that situation?
Me, I'm getting what I want.
Eric, you've never... Back in Macomb, your Steph would spend the night. You've never had one of those incidents? You mistook her for a demon?
Well, wait, are you talking about the actual time that happened? Or you're talking about something like sexual related?
Have you ever had one of those, like, oh, I woke up to eating Steph's ass?
No, I actually have not had that happen.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
But have you sleep made love?
I think I've done it like half asleep. It was one of those, I think it was like woke up, did it, and then fell back asleep, and then woke up and realized it.
See, but at least you realize it. Omar, I'd have to tell him the next day, like, I can't believe you did this. And then he'd be like, what?
Yeah, I think if I'm remembering the situation clearly, I think I woke Steph up. So I didn't just like wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm a smash. I like woke her up.
No,
to get her consent like a gentleman. See,
no,
I feel like Erik
I wanted Jam to be asleep. That's the thing, though.
I feel like Erik doesn't fuck, he makes love. Because he's a gentleman.
No, see, it's the first one because if it's not longer than 2 minutes, it doesn't count. Oh shit! I dropped what I was playing with. Damn, I dropped my clown card. Where'd it go?
What about you, Mario?
I've woken Stephanie up like that.
What's up with you guys waking them up?
She's told me to do that.
I'm just kidding.
To wake her up?
Yeah, with sex.
Did you just tap on her and say it's time?
No, I just lubed up my dick and went in. And then there was this one time we took like a little vacation and we had gone hiking and stuff. So when we came back, we were really tired, but I was like ready to go.
You weren't like extra sweaty already?
Well, we showered and stuff. Don't be gross. So we were like having sex and she was on top and then she like slumped over like on top of my chest.
Jeez.
And I thought she was just like
in the thralls of passion?
Yeah, like holding me tight. And then I realized she's not moving anymore. I'm like, did you just fucking go to sleep? And she was like, yeah, but please keep going. I'm just tired.
Like a true queen.
Yeah, so I had to be a power bottom.
Damn.
She didn't pass out like I did that one time?
Well, she was in and out of sleep. And I was just like, I'm going to get the business done. You could.
You go ahead and get milked, King.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
All right. Do you guys have any stories prepared for us this week?
All right.
I'm sorry, guys. Before you start reading that, we just realized that the back door that's in our room, we haven't had locked for the past 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Why are you just now realizing that?
Because someone asked us to open that back door, and it was already open.
Oh,
criminals could have snuck in for the past 2 weeks.
A criminal could have eaten my ass while I was sleeping.
That might have not been me. I might have misremembered that.
How good was the criminal, Jam?
Hey, that shit was pretty tight, though.
Oh, this was actually only like 3 days ago. Damn, sorry, I haven't spoken in like 2 months.
It's okay. We went to Dunkin' Donuts a few days ago. I went with Erik. He was trying to decide what he wanted to eat. We were already at the magical box where you order your food. And then he was like, I'll have iced coffee and the Beyond Meat.
Dude, I'm thinking, what's wrong with that?
It's just funny.
It'd be worse if I like started like stuttering. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it'd be worse if I was just like, "Can I get and just started doing something like that. I'm just making it. Maybe I'm just making a noise to not like do something else.
But the noise you're making is
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fun.
Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, let me be. Let's see. See, now I just wasted my drink talking back to you. Okay. So from the end of last month, Kentucky Derby fans can watch turtles race instead of horses this
Hell
weekend.
yeah.
I'd rather watch turtles race.
It says the Kentucky Turtle Derby will feature thoroughbreds like Sir Hides-a-Bunch, American Peruga, and Galapagos in the field.
Hell yeah.
Losing the Kentucky Derby has left race fans shell-shocked. That was fucking lame. The first Saturday in May has yielded to the legs of a bunch of slowpokes. Seattle Slow headlines a field of turtles, yes, turtles, that will race in Kentucky Turtle Derby.
I should have raised my turtles to be racing turtles. But like,
Racist turtles?
yeah.
And then it says, call it the slowest 8 minutes in sports. I don't like that there's a joke every other sentence.
They have a
The
lot
race
of
is
time on their hands writing this.
the race is more methodical marathon. What that mad dash to the finish? Though the victor can win at the line by a turtleneck rather than a nose, and is just one more offbeat sport that has had a moment during the Corona pandemic.
I saw that there was the first internet karate tournament too.
Ooh.
Or were they breaking the foundations to their house?
Yeah, all the boards down there in the basement.
Wild. Let's see. Let me see if I can. I don't want to read this whole thing. It's pretty long. Let me skim through. I should have skimmed through it before, but let me see if I could just like find.
Would it be a spit
More,
bucket story if we read it before?
Hell no.
No. All right. I'll read like one sentence and skip to the next paragraph. The Derby, America's longest continuously held sport event, has been scheduled for May 2nd. So they're talking about this Derby. What the hell is it called? Kentucky Turtle
Dirty.
Derby. Oh shit! It's the first time the Derby won't be held on its traditional first Saturday in May since 1945.
Damn.
Looking for a slower substitute, the first Kentucky oh my god, the first Kentucky Turtle Derby was hatched, whatever that means. Oh god damn it. The Courier Journal headline from 1945 read, oh wait, they did this before. That's what they meant by that. The Courier Journal headline from 1945 read, 167 turtles arrived for races on Saturday.
God damn.
And about 6,500 fans filled the Jefferson County Armory for the 8 p.m. post time. The event went down like this. 20 turtles were herded into 7 qualifying races, and the winners went on to compete in a 20-foot finale. The Kentucky Derby Museum reported that Broken Spring paid $2.50 on his win, and $8,000 was raised to support local children's health charities.
Those turtles have raised more money for charity than I ever have.
Yeah, and what does that say about you scumbag?
I lost my job.
Damn.
Got him.
Let's see. The turtle race will actually be pre-taped in Chicago. This is happening in Chicago?
Didn't this already happen? What day?
Yeah, it happened. It happened yesterday. Damn it! I should have saw this. The turtle races will actually be pre-taped in Chicago with the likes of Sir Hides a Bunch of American Toruga and Galapagos in the field. There is no immediate word if Leonardo, Michael, and goddamn it, if the Ninja Turtles would be eligible
Make an appearance.
to complete. It is weird, but there's been a lot of weird things going on in the last couple months in this country.
In these
It will be like the Derby broadcast, just turtles instead, and one big celebration at the end. I fucking hate myself.
Eric,
Oh, they have the nicest photo of a turtle. Can I make this my background?
I want to just imagine that my turtles that I don't have anymore ended up at that race.
Sure.
And
No.
they're thinking about me as they're running. So those listening to the podcast and not watching the Zoom, just know that Eric has a turtle as his background.
It is there. Just know it's a good boy with a sticker on it.
Dope.
Yeah, okay. That was my story. I like turtles.
I also
And
like
turtle
turtles.
puns.
Apparently.
No, not the puns. I like turtles, but I don't know about puns. That's a little too... I mean, it's cool and all, but I think as long as I don't have to read that, it should be okay.
Well, it's pre-taped, so I don't think they've actually released it. So we'll get a Zoom chat together, and we'll make sure we watch the exciting world of turtle racing.
Yeah. Oh, that is true. Maybe they already have it. I should look it up.
All right, Mario, you got a story for us?
Man missing 30 years helps solve his own disappearance.
What the hell?
Wow, that was the
Hey,
easiest crime that he could have solved.
That's crazy. What the hell?
He just had to exist.
A man missing nearly 30 years has been found alive and safe, living just 80 miles away from where he disappeared.
80 miles is a pretty big distance, though.
He had reportedly been suffering major memory loss due to head injury. Edgar LaTulip was 21 years old when he vanished in September 1986 from a group home in Kitchener, Ontario. According to the local news reports at the time, LaTulip, who had development delays, was being treated after attempting suicide. Officials believed he may have jumped on a bus bound for Lake Ontario or Niagara Falls to possibly try again. But decades later, the results of a DNA test have confirmed LaTulip is alive and living just a few towns over from where he was last seen. Sometime after leaving the home in 1986, police believe La Tulip suffered from a type of head injury, leaving him with no memory of who he was. He started a new life with a new name, with no memory of the family who was desperately looking for him. Then, in January of this year, La Tulip told a social worker in St. Catharines, Ontario, that he had a flashback and remembered his name. After looking at a missing persons flyer online, La Tulip came to a police station to undergo a voluntary DNA test, which officials compared to the sample taken from a family member. It was confirmed to be a match last Friday.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, at what point after the amnesia hit did he just give himself a new name?
It does not say.
Does it say what he was going by? He's just
I'm
like,
gonna assume-
La Tulip. I remember that.
Yeah, it just has one name, and I'm gonna assume this is the name he's been using, and not like
His missing person's
own.
name.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that? What is that?
Are you talking about the birds?
No, hold up.
I don't know what to
Okay,
ask you
perfect.
about this missing person, Mario.
I know, I thought it was cool. But I got another short, sweet one if you want.
A ver?
Peel police say alleged alligator sighting in Brampton Pond was a beaver.
You know what? I think I did hear about this one.
Social media lit up Friday night with reports from Peel Police on its Twitter account of a possible alligator sighting in Brampton storm drainage pond. But animal control authorities have since determined it was just a beaver.
Where is Brampton?
It is...
Probably somewhere irrelevant.
Yeah, probably.
If there was an alligator, maybe it would have been relevant, but it
But
was
there
just a
wasn't.
beaver.
Do you guys remember when we had the alligator in Lake Michigan?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you
That
remember,
one was not a beaver.
Do you remember when there
No.
was the one that was in Chicago? Chance the Snapper, if you will.
What?
You don't remember that one?
It was like in
Oh,
I
Lincoln
forgot
Park.
about that.
Was it in Lincoln Park?
Yeah. At one of the actual parks there.
Yeah, and it took them almost like a month to find it, I think.
Those were simpler times.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this, but a few nights ago, maybe 2 nights ago, there was like this Facebook post going around of a cougar being sighted around our area.
Yeah, I saw by the Walmart, right? Something
Yes.
like that.
Was chasing the gigantic coyote that was also over there. Mario, isn't that closer to your area?
It's like 5 minutes from me.
Did you guys hear that literally
Oh,
just
yeah.
yesterday, someone at the Taco Bell that's right here by our house,
Well, don't say where, because now they're just say at a Taco Bell.
the Taco Bell that's right here by
The
our
one
house.
by your house?
Yeah. Someone
Okay.
got caught with Rona. They got caught with
Oh,
it.
hell no.
So that boy shut down.
That sucks.
Yeah.
We
That's all right.
don't live by a Taco Bell.
Best thing, anyways. I said it.
You said it was the one by your house, right?
Yeah.
Why are you telling people?
Omar,
where
we
live?
still live so far from it.
Yeah, but our back door was open for 2 weeks.
Hey, that's your own fault.
We technically don't even live in the city that Taco Bell's in.
Now you're giving us away.
All right, so here's the layout of our house, fellas. I'll tell you which doors are unlocked
All right.
at what times of the day.
Eric's address
There's a-
is...
So there's a back door in the back of the house that stays unlocked. You walk back there and it'll be completely open.
Didn't you just say that I live really close to Walmart? But you
Yeah, but I
can't
don't want
say
to
that
give
you
away
live-
where I live.
Bogus?
You a scumbag.
I'm saying, I'd tell you boys to fucking dox his ass if I didn't live here too.
I'm not giving you that wrestling outfit anymore.
Hey, I was just kidding, fellas.
Yeah, sure you are.
Oh, man. Do we have any more stories to close out the episode with?
I might have a Facebook screenshot.
Ooh, fuck yes.
There had to have been a few if that girl's been...
During this quarantine.
Yeah. How many times did her kid try to kill her in quarantine?
Well, I actually have a good one from her kid. Okay, so here's this one. This one is from April 11th. She said, "Every time I think about my ex, I have to remind myself, like, he wears black forces. He really doesn't give a fuck about life for real, for real. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? Wear black forces and be ghetto too? Hell no, you ain't. So stop fucking thinking about that bitch for real, or you might as well wear black forces too and buy weave from the beauty supply store."
What is all... I always have to listen to it like 3 or 4 times before I fully understand what is happening.
Well, you know the stigma with the black Air Forces? That's someone who doesn't give a frick about anyone's life.
Is that the stigma?
Yes.
So I gotta throw mine
Yeah.
away?
You don't
So,
have
like,
black forces.
if you wear black Air Force, or if you're gonna fight and you see that dude is wearing black Air Forces, you just don't fight them.
Yeah, you
You
fucking
just
tap
back
out.
up because they're crazy.
What about white Air Forces?
I
They're
don't trust them
pussies.
either. Yeah.
So you can beat their ass.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll be too busy worrying about dirtying their shoes.
Yep. Okay, so here's one. My kid sat me down to have a serious conversation with me. She said she had been scared to tell me. The night she woke up screaming out of her sleep was because she was floating. Her body was floating off the bed. That's right, my kid said she was
What the hell?
levitating. And she has superpowers, guys. She can fucking levitate. And that's when I fucking knew she was my fucking child. I cannot make this up.
Is she trying to say that
Wait.
she also levitates?
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, what the hell?
That was an unexpected turn of events, actually.
Yeah, I guess I don't really understand that.
So I guess a few nights before she had posted this, her kid woke up screaming, and she didn't know why. So the kid
was 'cause
sat
she
her
was
down
floating.
and told her the reason I woke up screaming is because I was floating in my bed.
Well,
Interesting.
it's better than what happened to the person we were talking about earlier.
True.
God damn. All right. Well,
Man, honestly, if you go out right now in black forces, you don't need a face mask because Rona will not fuck with you.
yeah.
I'll tell you what.
You either have to
Yeah.
like bleach your lungs or just wear black forces. So make it easy on yourself. Wear some black forces.
Hmm.
Oh, you have to inject the what is the thing? What does he
Lysol?
want us to do?
Something.
Lysol. Yeah.
Disinfectant.
He said, "Hey, I bet for $1,000 that you'll inject yourself with Lysol."
I've actually heard
I've
that
already
there-
sent you the payment.
there are a lot of like calls to poison control saying that like, hey, I did this, what do I do now? Not to get too political, but if you did that, that's on you, dude. I don't feel fucking bad for you at all.
Yeah.
Did you guys receive that letter in the mail that's like,
Fellow
hey,
American.
you just received, my fellow Americans, you just received the money. Like, this fucking
Oh, yeah, I
asshole
got that.
really released letter in the mail with his signature
Yep.
just so we
Mhm.
know that he gave it to us. Like, suck my fucking dick, you piece of shit.
How many
Yeah,
people do you
suck
think?
my shrimp dick.
Hell yeah.
How many people do you think
Suck
put
on
it
my
on their
dick
fridge?
cheese, boy.
I didn't get that letter. I got the money though.
No, you did get it.
Oh, I didn't keep it.
What?
I kept the money though.
Hey, Eric, how good did it feel to cash that check with your Uncle Donnie's signature?
Hey, it didn't have his signature on it. It had a signature on it from someone whose last name I don't even remember what their last name was, but it wasn't his.
Well, that's all.
Oh,
I think
come
you
on,
got a
dude.
different letter, dog.
I think you got
I got
more
a
money.
letter. I got a letter, and that next day I got the money. So shit, I got something.
All right. I think that's
Well,
going to wrap it up for us this week. Let us know if you guys want us to do more of these Zoom podcasts because it has been quite a minute since we've been doing this. And like I said, I got a lot of time to start editing because I lost my fucking job. And if you guys have some extra time, you guys can check out the new album that I put out instead of working.
Hell yeah. This boy put out some fucking bangers, dude.
Thank you.
And I'm
Dude,
not
hell
just
yeah.
saying that because I kiss him.
Not just because I eat your ass at night.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I should distance myself
That was really
from
cool.
my music.
Here's a clip of
King Mario. King.
All right, so I did do a full rebrand because of my music. So now you guys can find me at _TigerDriver98. TigerDriver98, one word, on Spotify, iTunes, and whatever else you guys listen to your music on. I made it real easy for you. And check out my new album, Kamakura Blu. Or
What a
as
sweet
as
boy.
Eric calls it, Kamaruchi Blue.
And in the wind. That's my favorite song.
Where can everyone be found in these unprecedented times?
Instagram and Twitter at really_cool. On Twitter, I've been really posting some bull. So keep up with that.
Where can people find you, Eric?
Well, I have to go back to work in 2 days. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
Eric
your
wears
boy
his
out there.
wears his mask and a cape.
Wow.
Yeah, did
All right.
I wear my cap and yeah, it just sucks.
All right, Mario, where can people find you?
You can find me at PunkNap on anything. And, just a shout out to my girlfriend who's been making masks for her family and for my family.
That's
that was
sweet.
really.
Yeah.
And speaking of your album, I helped on the song Heel Turn. I played bass on that. And here's a little clip of that right here. Okay, that's enough.
Nice.
I
I'm just gonna
helped
play
on
the
that.
whole song.
Yeah, you should play the whole song at the end, not while I'm talking. That'd be fucking disrespectful.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, add Punk Nap on anything. Add me on Animal Crossing. I need people to water my flowers, so that'd be nice.
Eric,
Pro tip,
Mario, do you
Don't-
charge people to get on your island?
I do not charge people. I just don't want you running over my flowers.
I was just about to say, I'm sorry about that.
all right. Before we go to Eric,
That's okay. You were just excited.
Yeah,
she gets like that. She gets destructive when she's excited.
true.
And
Wait, what?
Eric also did play bass on the song called Blossom, and both of them added some extra vocals to the intro song. So supporting me is also supporting the boys there.
Except not financially.
Here's a clip of that right here. All right, and it's done.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I almost want you to just leave it without the clip. But I know you have time now, so do it.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone for listening. I don't know what to say in these
All I'm saying is that I miss my friends, I hate these commercials, and I want to go back out to just fuck around.
be mall sluts.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, everyone. Stay safe out there and keep listening to us. Catch up on all the episodes
I'm
that you
still
missed.
waiting for that curry, though.
Hey,
It's coming, boy. Don't worry.
hey. The way
I'm trying
that
to
I
set
make
up for my
mine
music here, all right?
is I make mine a little espeso, but I put a lot of vegetables in it, so it like bulks it up.
And I would love for you to make it the way you make it. I'm trying to get the jam special.
Okay, hell yeah. All right,
All right,
we'll do a
with that
special
settled,
delivery.
thanks for listening,
Oh,
everyone.
one more thing. Sorry. Here's a clip of the song Blossom right here. And that's all you get.
Okay, and now cut to just that one line in Rainmaker and in the rain.
I'm not going to
And
be
then-
doing all these edits.
And then have
Dude,
and
yes.
Half the time.
and then here's me. And in the rain. There we
Oh my
go.
god. Now people
Hell
are going to
yeah.
want to listen to the music.
Listen to it.
All right. And here it is. This song is called Heel Turn off of my mini album
We're
debut.
the same as you.
New shoes. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Beep, beep, beep.
Bye.
No, we can't
Bye.
spit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Everybody just touch your elbows.
Oh
to
yeah,
the mic.
cover your cough into your elbows.
Sorry about that.
We're not allowed to cough either.
Oh.
Oh right.
We'll see you guys soon.
Anyway.
Later.
Yeah, hey, cut that.
All right.
All right, bye.
This ceiling that I'm underneath, swear to God it drains me of my energy. It means time standing still, but I feel left behind. Then the same as you, if I was in your shoes, the scars, your heart's all bruised, never feel like new. I don't blame you if you wanna leave. I accidentally made you fall for me. Side effects from all these pills. I think I'm gonna die. Done the same as you. If I was in your shoes, the scars, your heart's all bruised. Never feel like new. Done the same as you. If I was in your shoes, your feelings I excuse. The words we left unused and never followed through. Done the same as you. If I was in your shoes, the scars, your heart's all bruised. Never feel like new.
Wait, so are we actually just hanging up, or we're just done with the podcast?
The podcast is done.
Hey,
And here's heel turn.
real shit. Real shit though. Can we do a human centipede of ass eating?
Hell yeah.
Well, if we take a nap together, I don't know what's gonna happen.
How would that work? How would that work out where it's not disrespectful though?
What do you mean? We're all in a circle. That way no one's left out.
I don't know.
I could write another
like-
fanfic about this if you guys want.
No, please don't.
Make it nasty so I can beat my meat to it.
Hey, and if you haven't
no, I
listened
mean,
to
like-
it yet, listen to that fanfic episode. That shit makes me smile every time.
Are we done? Did we
No.
forget how to close
No,
episodes?
we're done.
I've
We're
let some.
done.
I've
Jam
like tried
just
to intro my music.
Jam
a
just
few
wants
times.
us to. Jam just wants us to listen to that.
All right, and here's heel turn.
Hold
no,
on.
see, like, I'm trying to think. So, like, all right. So here's the thing. Here's how I want. I'm trying to map this out. I'm trying to have an idea of this.
Okay.
So, all right, Mario, in your situation,
Omar's crying right now.
who's eating who? Are you eating Steph or is she eating?
Well, the thing is, someone's eating me, and I'm eating somebody else. If we want to do it like Jam, and we're in a circle, somebody's eating my ass, or sucking on my nib knobs, and then I'm eating somebody's ass, or I'm sucking on somebody's pee-pee la.
Yeah. Okay. See, but my point is, are you blowing Steph's balloon, or is someone else blowing it? You get what I mean? You want someone else's puckers? What's the word? Anyway, you want someone else's mouth on that balloon, or you want your mouth on the balloon?
I mean, I'd have to ask Stephanie. Maybe she wants Omar's mouth. Maybe she wants Jam's mouth. I gotta ask her.
Okay. See, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, how does that work out? Where it's like, because let's just say you're like, I wanna be the only one to blow the balloon.
Right.
So does that mean?
Because then that means that they would have
She's
to.
doing someone else, and then
Right.
you're basically couple. It had to be couple and couple, but it would also be like
Someone's disrespecting
So my
someone.
point is, basically.
But the thing is, everyone's okay with it in this situation, so there's no disrespect.
That's true. But then would it just be guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl?
Hey, it's whatever we're feeling. It is what it is.
Shut up.
Anyways, here's heel turn.
I think I'm just gonna throw this last conversation.
That's all you get, boys.
I'm just gonna throw this conversation after the song.
Yo, what?
God damn.
Wait, you're really gonna put your whole fucking song in an episode?
Yeah.
I'd have jaw your ass, dude.
Well, he did it for us twice, right?
Yeah.
Hey, how come you never put any of my music on the podcast?
I've asked you to, and then you, I think, didn't want to do that because you wanted to write new music.
Well, anyways, here's bad memories.
All right, we'll see you guys next week at the Spit Podcast.
Hey, you might as well just put
Hey.
all our music up.
For the next episode,
Just put the whole album at the end of this episode.
let's put a bookmark here. Let's ask Steph. Let's make sure
Wait,
she's
I don't
here
think
for
you
the
guys
next
answered my
episode.
question. Wait, so are we stopping or we're?
We're gonna just stop recording, but we can keep talking because we're friends.
All right,
All right,
here's heel turn.
that's the end of that.